Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zeng here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Ranked, where I climb the online VGC 16 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. Two things I want to quickly say before we get started with today's episode. First of all, thank you so much for all the love and support that you showed on yesterday's episode. As you may know, it was our first episode after about 2 weeks or so, and I mentioned that I wanted to do daily episodes again, if there was enough support. And you guys absolutely killed it with the love and the support. Thank you so much for all the likes and the comments and the positive feedback. Needless to say, I think I will be doing Road to Ranked on a daily basis once again, similar to 2015, so you should have some pretty fun YouTube content in terms of just Road to Ranked this summer, in addition to some other cool stuff I'm planning. So thank you guys so much. If you could continue showing the love and support, I would really appreciate it. Leaving a like on the video and giving any feedback and comments, it really means a lot more than you might think it does. So thank you so much, and don't forget to like this video as well. Second of all, I also want to say a quick thank you because the channel passed 50,000 subscribers earlier today, which is absolutely mind-blowing. I started making YouTube videos in VGC 2014 when I had my Worlds invite already because I wanted to help the game grow, and just was a fun project that I had at the time, and really it still is. I don't do this full time, it's just something that I have on the side, and I never thought it would get to where it is today. I really want VGC to continue growing because I love competitive Pokemon, I love the community, and it's been an honor and it's been truly a privilege being able to do this for you guys. So thank you guys so much. Trust me, I read every comment and I just appreciate the support that you guys all give me. I'm actually planning on doing some fun stuff for that. First thing I want to do is something similar to what Agloza actually did for his 50k celebration, which was like a 50 fun facts that you may not know about me. So if that's something you're interested in seeing, let me know in the comments below. And also I'm planning on doing a celebration stream for 50k pretty soon, since I want to start streaming more on Twitch, and this would be a nice way to start that again. So look forward to those two things. Hope you guys are excited for it. Should be a lot of fun, and let's finally get started with today's episode. Played some games just because I want to quickly get out of the 1500s. I've still run into a fair amount of teams that aren't even VGC 2016 yet, so just under the 1600s right now, and we'll see what we can find in today's episode. So we're going to get Ivana immediately from New York, although it says Madison, Wisconsin, with a rating of 1608, so it should be a pretty legit team here, as it is going to be a fun matchup here. My opponent is rocking a team of Kangaskhan, Smeargle, Palkia, Groudon, Talonflame, and Ferrothorn. So, as you may remember, I actually ran a Kangaskhan, Palkia, Groudon team all the way in the very beginning of VGC 2016. So, kind of cool to see my opponent having those, although some pretty different Pokemon. The Smeargle here being the scariest looking thing. Not particularly fond of it. Without Taunt on Thundurus, that's the biggest issue, but this Thundurus kind of needs Hidden Power Ice for the Salamence matchup. So my biggest fear is Kangaskhan Smeargle as a lead, because then it's going to come down to a speed tie, and I hate speed ties. But I don't really know what I can do. I could go the Talonflame Tailwind option, although he's got Talonflame as well, which is problematic. Could go Kangaskhan Talonflame or Kangaskhan Groudon. Now my Groudon's really important in this matchup because it's my main means of offense. Yveltal is going to be very important as well. I think this is a match where I actually don't really want to bring Thundurus, and Amoonguss doesn't make sense, so maybe Kangaskhan Talonflame actually isn't the worst of leads. That's tempting. It is darn tempting. Or Kangaskhan Groudon. It's between the two. Let's go with Talonflame, though. If he doesn't lead with his Talonflame, I can set up Tailwind. So, not bringing Thundurus or Amoonguss, not bringing Thundurus because it can only really damage Kangaskhan and Talonflame. It's really frail in this matchup. There's no Water type or Flying type Pokemon other than Talonflame. Hidden Power Ice doesn't do anything, and Thunder Wave isn't even that good if Palkia has Trick Room. Amoonguss, he has 2 Fire type Pokemon. So, this is a fun lead matchup here. Kangaskhan Talonflame against Kangaskhan Talonflame. So, let's see how this plays out. Now, I don't have Quick Guard on my Talonflame. So he could fake out Tailwind. I'm gonna launch the low kick into Kangaskhan. Yeah. I don't really want a Tailwind first turn if he goes with the Tailwind, so I'll low kick and Brave Bird. I'm going for damage output here. A Mega Evolve first. His Kangaskhan might go for a fake out. If not, low kick onto his Kangaskhan would be good. It's a damage roll, but it could one-hit KO, unless he's EV to survive. He's not he is Mega Evolve, indicating he's not, staying for inner focus shenanigans. But I think it's so risky to fake out opposing Kangaskhan, which is why I'm not going for it. Oh, he's going for this, maybe the same play as I do. He's going for the Brave Bird first. Targeting my Talonflame? Yeah. Almost knocks me out. Brings me down to 8 HP. Wow. Will my Brave Bird be able to pick up the knockout on his? Okay, so we trade Talonflames. Now it's going to come to a Kangaskhan speed tie already, I think. Because unless he's got Power Up Punch. If that's the case, that's good. But, oh, let's see. Okay, I get the low kick off. I mean, I'm assuming it's a speed tie because most Kangs are max speed. He's going to survive here, though. Wow, he's probably Eevee to survive that one then. As he's going to go for a low kick of his own. As we both survive. Ooh, that's a doozy. So mine isn't Eevee to survive, but it's a damage roll. Maybe his is as well. Maybe I should have Brave Birded Kangaskhan instead. So we went for the exact same play turn 1, which is funny because it's a mirror matchup. Who do I want to bring out now? Groudon could be interesting. But he might bring out his own Groudon. I like Yveltal more, I think. He's bringing out Palkia though, okay. Well, now we have Sucker Punch shenanigans as well. So that turn 1 was as even of a trade-off as possible, but I think that works in my opponent's favor more than mine. Yeah. So Kang's max speed, presumably, so his Sucker Punch will go before Yveltal's Sucker Punch. So I could risk a speed tie here. How do I prevent the speed tie? I could switch out into Groudon. But if he doesn't Sucker Punch. Like, by Sucker Punching his Kangaskhan slot, it enforces he has to win a tie. And I guess I'll knock off Palkia. Okay, I don't know if he's max speed or not, so maybe I won 2 speed ties in a row. Not let the first one end up mattering, but I do get the Sucker Punch off. That's going to knock out Kangaskhan. I'm guessing he's max speed. And I'll get a knockoff off here. So, a lot of damage. He's actually a Life Orb. Interesting. Is he Trick Rooming here? He is going to Trick Room. Okay. Oh, it's going to be close. Yeah, this Groudon's going to come out. Not much more I could have done that last turn. Okay, like, even if I lost the speed tie, that's not that bad. Like, he knocks my Kangaskhan. Presumably, if he didn't Sucker Punch, then obviously it wasn't a speed tie. And then he knocks out my Kangaskhan. But then he sets up Trick Room with Palkia, so then I actually outspeed with my Groudon. So that could actually benefit me more. It goes both ways. Because this allows him to get the free switch into Groudon. The Protect is obvious. I'm going to Sucker Punch Groudon, so Precipice Blades can pick up the knockout. I'm going to Protect here, so I get the free switch into my Groudon. He's going to Protect Palkia. Yep, obvious Protect there. I don't care about knocking out Palkia right now, since his Groudon's the bigger threat. So I'm setting myself up to, hopefully he'll knock out my Kangaskhan, I can bring in my Groudon, and then I can just Sucker Punch Palkia, Precipice Blades. So as long as I don't miss, I should be able to win this one, but Precipice Blades accuracy is of course a little bit shaky. As Sucker Punch there does a little bit more than usual, 1 because of the crit, 2 because of Yveltal's ability. He's actually going for the Eruption there, so I could have attacked with Yveltal, but not worth the risk. They'll knock out Kangaskhan, but like I said, now I get the free switch into my Groudon. Oh, but he could have Earth Power. Ooh, that would be interesting. He might actually. Because he went for Eruption, so I don't know if this is an Eruption Precipice Blades variant, or, yeah. So maybe it's not over. Because I'm not surviving an Earth Power, that's for sure. Sucker Punch will probably not knock out Groudon. Foul Play could if he's... The other question is, what does Palkia do? Because you know I want to Sucker Punch you. So you could just go for a Protect again, even if you fail, like it works out in your favor. Like, if he has Earth Power, his play here is to Protect with Palkia and Earth Power my Groudon. Oh wow, I almost ran out of time. Oh no! I did run out of time. But he's fire punching Evoltal. Oh my gosh. I think I just lost. Unless Precipice Blades picks up the double knockout here. Oh my gosh. Oh. So I actually almost protected Groudon and knockoffed, which definitely wouldn't have been the right play. But in the end, what I was just going to go for was the Sucker Punch Precipice Blades play. But I ran out of time and Yveltal protected, which there's no reason to. Oh, my heart. But for some reason he didn't, I mean, he predicted the Groudon. He probably predicted what I wanted to do originally, which was protect Groudon and not Sucker Punch. So that was a doozy. That was one doozy game. What a finish, though. I forgot that I had damaged Groudon with Sucker Punch, so it ended up being fine, but that was really scary, as we're in the 1600s now. Great game to my opponent. Well played, too. That was really scary, and I, potentially got lucky with Kangaskhan speed ties, but once again, I actually don't think it determined the course of the game, and it actually would have been interesting if I didn't win the second one, assuming it was a speed tie. But we're going to get a dual primal for the second game, and I'm really excited for this one. My opponent's rocking a team of Salamence, Groudon, Kyogre, Thundurus, Cresselia, and Amoonguss. So, this 6 is really common. Alex Gomez, also known as Poke-Alex, won UK Nationals undefeated with Kangaskhan over Amoonguss, and his team was really strong. He was sporting Icy Wind and Thunder Wave on Cresselia as well. So, Yveltal is a pretty good matchup against these teams, but it still has to really worry because Thundurus can Thunder Wave and Thunderbolt it, and it still takes a lot of damage from Ventus attacks. Consequently, like Cresselia probably won't see an appearance here. I think it's most likely we see Salamence, Amoonguss, Groudon, Kyogre, maybe Thundurus. And I don't like dealing with the Amoonguss because, Talonflame's my best answer, but obviously Talonflame here, not the greatest Pokemon to bring against the Groudon, a Kyogre, and an intimidating Mence. I don't really know how to lead against this, honestly. I could go with the Tailwind route. Oh, not having Taunt kind of hurts. I could go Thundurus Kang. Groudon Yveltal. But that's kind of weak against Amoonguss Mence. I think I need to put power up. No, but then low kick won us the last one. Like I needed low kick, so it's hard to say. Yeah. Hey, if he leads with anything but Salamence and Amoonguss, then I'd say I have a decent lead matchup. Like Salamence Thundurus would be good because then I can fake out Hidden Power Ice. But I'm expecting to see Salamence, Amoonguss, Kyogre, Groudon, so we'll see if it ends up being something different. Here's Thundurus and Kang. Throwback to VGC 2015. Okay, so we don't see Amoonguss. That is really good news. That's really good. Excellent. So that's a relief to start off the game. This is a okay lead matchup. I think it's highly likely he switches out or goes for the double protect, but I'm still going to make the obvious play, fake out Hidden Power Ice. I don't lose anything out of it. If he switches Salamence, he's got to switch into Kyogre or Groudon, and any chip damage on both of those are good because then my Groudon's Precipice Blades does more. So, decent start here. Most Thunduruses in VGC 2016 now are Focus Sash like mine, though I believe Alex has actually had a Citrus Berry on his. But it's kind of funny, now most Thunduruses are carrying things like Thunderbolt, Taunt, Thunder Wave, Protect. Back in 2015, a lot of the times you would see no Protect, although by the time the World Championships came around, a lot of the Japanese players who were in the top cut did have Protect on Thundurus. So, a kind of interesting trend to note. For a lot of 2012, 2013, Thundurus didn't have Protect, and then now you see a shift towards it again. It makes sense in this format where there's so many Kangaskhan's and you want to block that fake out to preserve your Focus Sash. But Salamence here is going to Mega Evolve, so he's either doing it for the sake of increasing its speed and protecting, or he maybe not is expecting this Hidden Power Ice. Or maybe he's EV to survive the HP Ice from Thunduruses. Thundurus is protecting. Okay, is Salamence protecting as well? That would make the most sense. Yeah. So he just pulls off the double protect play, not much of a surprise. If I had Power Out Punch there, I definitely would have popped my own Thundurus and gone for the HP Ice, because that's the safest play. Unfortunately not the case, but okay. He knows I have Hidden Power now, so he might be inclined to switch out. I'm still faster. He's probably going to want to Thunder Wave Kangaskhan. I don't really see any downside though. But the thing is, so if Thundurus is not, if it's like bulky Citrus, then it could survive Double Edge. If not, maybe I can knock him out. I think if you're my opponent, you switch your Immense out into your Groudon. And you Thunder Wave Kangaskhan. Yeah. Thunderbolt. So I doubled up into Thundurus here. And you just withdraw Immense, yeah. As long as I have Thundurus with Hidden Power Ice, then yeah, he just switches into Groudon. Then I always force the HP Ice knockout immediately. So I could have switched out into my own Groudon, but I wasn't really sure how much that benefit me, because then it could come down to speed ties. Though I suppose I could have HP Ice Groudon and switched out into my own Groudon. Yeah. But that's fine. I'll probably get paralyzed here. But as long as I don't get fully paralyzed, I'll pick up a knockout onto Thundurus. So there's the T-Wave. Onto poor Kang. Hopefully no full paralysis. Thunderbolt. Okay, he's not bulky. And Double Edge. So Double Edge probably could have knocked it out. But like I said, I didn't know how fast this Thundurus was. Could have been the bulky variant. And if that were the case, then you could be EV to survive Double Edge. Actually, yeah. I mean, if you're at -1. So far I've knocked out Thundurus, but he has paralyzed Kangaskhan and gotten Groudon in for free. So momentum-wise, he's in a decent position. However, the awkward thing is now you're forced to bring in either Kyogre or, unless you didn't bring Kyogre, which would be kind of weird, since it's pretty darn good against my team. But if you bring in Mence, then since I have Focus Sash, I could just HP Ice into your Mence slot twice. Groudon here, most likely, you know, we don't know what variant it has. If it's Eruption, that's a lot better for my opponent. But if it's not Eruption, then he can probably only target one of my Pokemon, unless he's got Rock Slide, of course. Because most Groudons you see, like the one I won regionals with was Precipice Blades, Fire Punch, Rock Slide Protect, so full physical. But then you see ones like Eruption, Precipice Blades, Fire Punch, which I believe this one's is. And he's gonna bring in Kyogre, okay. That's actually a really interesting decision. So we know that Groudon here is either going to go for Rock Slide or Precipice Blades. No fire types attacks are possible. Okay. I don't mind that too much at all. I think if you're my opponent, you want to Ice Beam Precipice Blades. So I could, or you could Water Spot Precipice Blades, covering the Groudon switch in. Or if you have Rock Slide, then that would be a great move. But I think I just want a Thunderbolt here. Let's see, worst case is I still get a Thunderbolt off and my Yveltal's faster. So if I Thunderbolt, do I want to Sucker Punch or Double Edge Groudon? That's the thing. Do I think my Kangaskhan will be able to get an attack off? I'll go for the Sucker Punch. No full paralysis, that's good. -1, not going to do very much, but might do enough so that Precipice Blades can now pick up the knockout. And he's not protecting either, so I'm going to get a lot of damage off, but I could potentially use both of my Pokemon, which is scary. Maybe I should... he does have Rock Slide, okay. Yeah, I should have Sucker Punched Ogre, I think. And he Ice Beams. Okay. Into Thundurus. This might come down to speed ties. I don't like the Sucker Punch play on from my end on Kangaskhan. That was not the best play. So we know he's got Rock Slide. I definitely outspeed with my Groudon on his Kyogre though, because clearly it's bulky. So I'll switch into my Groudon. Think if you're my opponent, you switch Kyogre out into Mence. Question is, do you protect Groudon? Do you Precipice Blades? Maybe Yveltal. I don't think I played the last 2 turns very well. Yeah. I'm gonna Precipice Blades and Double Edge. Yeah, okay. I think it's gonna be a speed tie though. But he protects. So that's good, because I just get a lot of damage off here at least. Unless I get fully paralyzed, which could happen. So, been a little bit fortunate so far with my Kangaskhan. Does a healthy amount, actually. Over 50%. Wow, that's really good damage. Okay, now if you have Tailwind, you're going to go for Tailwind. I don't know if Precipice Blades knocks out his Groudon. Sucker Punch Precipice Blades might. Just don't know whether we Speed Tie or not. It's the tricky thing. He's got Kyogre in the back, so if I lose Kangaskhan, I lose the Weather War, but I can't really switch out. Yeah, I'm gonna Precipice Blade Sucker Punch here. Okay, so if I connect with my Precipice Blades, but he could just Hyper Voice Precipice Blades here, and if he wins the Speed Tie, I lose. He's Hyper Voicing, so if I get the Precipice Blades off, I think I win. Do I connect? Oh. Always have to hold my breath without gravity. It's a knockout. Nice. Game's not over though, but I needed that. I don't know, with these teams, like, you typically don't go max speed because you have the Tailwind and Thunder Wave option, or Icy Wind Thunder Wave. But you never know. I've been pretty fortunate. Kangaskhan hasn't gotten fully paralyzed at all. I'm gonna protect Groudon. Switching out is futile at this point. Sucker Punch Kyogre. It's probably gonna protect Kyogre, but if he doesn't, then I can punish him. And hopefully put it in Sucker Punch KO range from Yveltal. Groudon protects first, but I am the fastest Primal since I'm max speed. Finally get fully paralyzed, can't really complain. Hey, Draco's Groudon. Ice Beam's Draco instead of Double Edge. Huh. Well, now I bring in Yveltal. And here we have some mind games. Obvious plays to Sucker Punch Men's Precipice Blades because then Precipice Blades become single target. Yeah, I would have liked to get the Sucker Punch off, but like I said, can't complain. Been pretty fortunate this game. And when you're fully paralyzed for that many turns, you're bound to get paralyzed again at some point. I mean, so I have to... No, I protected last turn. I'll Precipice Blades. You also might not expect Sucker Punch to knock out. I wish I had Snarl here. I targeted Ogre. Ooh. Okay, that's good. That's good. This might just knock out outright. We'll see. Huge plays. Huge plays. Wow, that was intense. Both games today, really intense. Felt like a 50-50. But I guess Yveltal could actually hold its own against both Kyogre and Mence. But that Life Orb coming through. So that should be game here. Sucker Punch just knocks out Mence. What a fantastic series of games today. That was really intense. You would think the dual primal matchup is easy, but it's still not. It's you still have to play really smartly. But him not having a Moongus made this a lot easier. And I'm sure the Groudon and Talonflame kind of turned him away from bringing it. So let's see, if you're my opponent, I mean, you really can't do much other than pray. But I'm pretty sure Sucker Punch knocks out Mence in that range. So here's Sucker Punch coming out. Yeah, knockout. GG, that was so intense. Even though I didn't look at it like it, because I had both of my legendaries near full HP, it really was. Especially because I wasn't sure whether Sucker Punch would knock out or not, so I was like, oh, it's going to come down to whether Precipice Blades connects or not. And I don't know whether there were speed ties there with the Groudon, so that also was a big deal. But yeah, those were two really fantastic games. So we're in the 1600s now, which is nice. Maybe I'll play a little bit more off screen so we can push into the 1700s and soon. But definitely glad I played those games because I managed to find two really good opponents and two really fun games for today's episode. So yeah. That's going to be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much once again for all the love on the first Road to Rank back in a while. And please show your love for this one by leaving a like on the video. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, look forward to the 50k things that I want to do. Let me know if the fun facts thing is something you would like to see. And the stream, stay tuned for that. I'll announce an official time pretty soon. So thank you guys so much. It's been a real dream, just a pleasure and a privilege running this channel for you all. And it's been so much fun the last 2 years. And yeah, let's just grow VGC more and have a good time. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I'll see you guys next time. Alright, peace.